I saved over $150 a month by trading vehicles, and this is how. Yep, I traded my late model Jeep Grand Cherokee for a 96 Dodge Ram 1500. And I love this truck. I don't regret this trade at all. I sold the Grand Cherokee for roughly 10 grand. It was depreciating faster than I could really repair the parts on. It seemed like every other day something was going to go wrong with this thing. I ended up getting this for $1,500. A guy had used it in his small construction company just as a yard truck. It's got 150,000 on the odometer. It's got the basic 360 Magnum engine in it, V8, automatic tranny. No real big bells and whistles on it, just the basics. Does have electric locks, electric windows. I did have to get a seat cover for the driver's seat, which was about the only seat used in this vehicle, probably since it was new, because the passenger side is like brand new. But that's $10, $10. Dash cover, even though the dash underneath this is like brand new. They kept a windshield protector in it the whole time. And I know you're thinking, oh, but how could you go from a late model Grand Cherokee like that into an old Dodge truck like this? Well, for one thing, I was very limited in what I can haul in that Jeep. And I live in the country. Even groceries sometimes can be a lot. They go into the lumber yard. If you get trees, shrubs, any type of building equipment, you almost had to tow a trailer for this thing to haul anything back home. Whether it's you're laying the seats down, you're screwing up the interior. And quite honestly, I just got tired of the mess. This Jeep stuff, parts are hard to come by all the time. I already had to replace the passenger side exhaust manifold gasket because it started leaking, which apparently is a real common thing on the 5.7 Hemi. It's had numerous codes come up on the emissions for a minor evap leak in the fuel system, so I've changed numerous parts on that to keep that check engine light off. And overall, you had to put premium fuel in the thing based on the performance of the engine, and it said so in the owner's manual. So I always did that. Okay. One of the big things that really drew me to getting an older vehicle was I wanted something I could get parts for O'Reilly's, AutoZone, Amazon. You can get oil for basically at the dollar store, just any good quality 530 oil for this. It doesn't anything exotic. The tranny doesn't take any exotic fluid. You can buy it pretty much anywhere. Plus it's got a dipstick, which my Grand Cherokee did not. Very difficult to maintain things like that. The Grand Cherokee required premium fuel. I can run regular fuel on this, so that's 40 cent or more savings right there per gallon. And believe it or not, this gets very similar gas mileage than my Grand Cherokee did. And with the exact same tires both Jeeps have, this is much quieter on the interstate and smoother riding on our dirt roads out here. Yeah, it's a little longer wheelbase, obviously, but it's a body on frame rather than just a unibody setup like the Jeeps have. So you get a lot less road noise, I think, being up off the road a little bit. And one of my number one things that I like about this the most is it's just back to basics. It's got a manual transfer case shifter, so you're not required to satisfy a bunch of stupid sensors and other bizarre little snafus that can go wrong in the middle of nowhere. With the Jeep had the electronic transfer case shift, and if it wasn't happy about something, it's not going to put you in the right four-wheel drive range. Very ridiculous. And if it does, then you get one of those warning lights for the next 20 miles telling you something's not right. So, but one of the best things about this particular truck, and I did look up recently just to make sure my deal wasn't a complete one-off. There is other values like this. Yeah, maybe not a $1,500 jewel like this, but there is trucks that are definitely under $5,000 that I would consider, wow, that's definitely doable. And the neat thing about old vintage rigs, like I say, this is a 96, it's not going to go down in value unless I total it somehow. So I'm not horribly worried about getting it crashed, so I don't carry full coverage insurance on it, which automatically saves me $100 a month just on insurance. Where the Jeep, I was thinking, no, I think I need to carry full coverage because of the way parts are, and it is about a 10, 12, 13 grand rig. If I had to replace something on it, I'm not sure I'd want to just have that out of pocket. So I always carried full coverage on it. With this, I'm not worried about it. I can get a parts truck and replace a fender or anything else for that matter. But what I was going to say earlier, kind of saving the best for last, maybe, I don't know. But when I saw that it had this lift gate back here, I thought, that is cool. All right, and this is an actual Tommy gate, which brand name, it doesn't get much better than this. And at first you think, oh, you're not going to use it that much. And I'm just totally shocked how much I've already used it. And I've lived 90% of my 60-something years without one of these. I don't know how I got away. But I've already hauled a nice gun safe home for one of my kids that they would have had to pay like $150 for. And I give the grandkids ride on it all the time. They love going up and down on it. And if you got a friend that's in a wheelchair or something, you know, technically you could put them on this and strap them in. You know, if it's summertime, don't do it in bad weather. And let me turn it on here. It's got all kinds of little safety things so kids can't come up here and, but look at this. It looks like brand new. A 1,300-pound capacity. I mean, washers, dryers, refrigerators. Oh my God, you can put anything on that. Yeah, that's just pretty cool. Sometimes I like just standing on it because I like how it feels when you go up and down on it. Yeah, that's just pretty cool. Yeah. Oh, and did I mention registration's even like 130 bucks cheaper for this thing. Now they get you a little bit because it is a truck and it weighs a bit more than the Jeep, but still $130 less. I'm not going to complain. Also, a nice receiver hitch. They put airbags on it. The Tommy Lift people did that originally for them, so you can put a heavy load in that, but they're in the bags. It came with trailer brake controller inside, so we can hook our little pop-up camper on it and use this thing to go camping. So overall, and another benefit, might sound crazy, but we can park this in the big city. We don't really have to worry about getting kidnapped when people think we're rich retirees or anything. People look at this and they kind of like, oh, those poor people, that's the truck they drive. But I think it's cool. All right, now I know a lot of you guys aren't gearheads like I am, but I just wanted to show you the simplicity of the engine under the hood here. This is all very basic. There's so much information on YouTube. You can pick up manuals at O'Reilly's on this. Everything is accessible. The alternator's on top, air conditioning compressors on top, the water pump is easy to get to. It's got the multi-port fuel injection. All the injectors are on top. I mean, they made this engine to be easily maintained and work on. The exhaust manifolds are right here in the open. You don't have to fight it up against a body and do all kinds of magical stuff to get your sockets in there and whatnot. Dipsticks are easy to get to. Tranny, engine oil, right there. It's just absolutely amazing. It's actually got a radiator cap. You don't have to have some tank that's in some remote spot and it takes, 5 hours to burp all the air out of your system if you put fresh antifreeze in it. The bottom radiator hose, for crying out loud, I can change it standing up. I can literally reach down and change the bottom radiator hose while I'm standing up here. It's just unheard of in a Jeep Grand Cherokee. So food for thought. Battery's easy to get to. Brake fluid, obviously right there. It's just amazingly simple. Yeah, it is not the most high-tech, the most powerful, the most dynamic vehicle, but it is very reliable, very easy to maintain, and I'm not going to miss my Grand Cherokee one bit. Every time I drive down the road in this, I just crack a little bit of a smile thinking how much money I'm saving and really how cool this old truck is. I remember when these were sold brand new on the lot, and I would drive back and forth thinking, oh my God, I'll never be able to buy something like that. And voila, look, mere 30 years later, I've actually got one. So remember, things can actually work out once in a while. Anyhow, hey, thanks for watching. I hope you got something out of this. God bless.